Alrighty. Hello, everybody. So, before I get into this video, I'm going to talk about my tattoo. I got my tattoo about 3 days ago. It looks amazing. Um, I'll show you. That's what it is. It is, if you can guess, or if you don't know what it is Jupiter. It looks like I'm bruised. That's weird. It might be just the lighting. But this is Jupiter. And I'm going to also make a video in the future that has to do with my tattoo and the tattoos I'm gonna get in the future. I have a lot of tattoo ideas planned. So yeah. So this tattoo is really good. I am so thankful that I went to the tattoo artist that I did. He is amazing. So yeah, that's Jupiter, and I plan on getting more tattoos sometime in the future. Uh, it looks so good. I'm so happy with it. And on the pain scale, I'd probably give it like a 2 out of 10. I know people are always curious about what the pain feels like. Um, it didn't hurt. But I have a very, very, very high pain tolerance. I'm never really in pain. Like I just have a very high pain tolerance, and I'm so glad I do, because getting tattoos or stuff like that, or dealing with other types of pain, would be a really pain. It would be a huge pain. So yeah, I have a lot of plans for the video plans in the future. I'm going to be doing a Q&A probably next week. I also have a story time, schizophrenic story time, talking about things that have happened to me with this illness. So yeah, that'll be fun. I also have a lot more that I can't really think of right now. I have it written down somewhere. So yeah, let's get into this video topic. This video is going to be about schizophrenia off and on medication. I'm going to firstly talk about on medication. Now, when you're on medication with schizophrenia, the reason it helps is because it just kind of makes you not really care about anything, which is a plus. It is a plus, because when you hallucinate, or if you are having a delusion, you can kind of determine what's real and what's not real if you're on the right medication. Me, for example, on medication, it kind of just makes me not really care about anything, which is good, but sometimes it can be bad. Now I can deal with hallucinations so much better. When I hallucinate, I can just be like, oh, okay, whatever. But sometimes when I do have a little bit of trouble when I'm going to sleep. When I do, I hallucinate quite often when I'm going to sleep, or when I'm laying in bed. I don't really know why, and it does make it very, very hard to sleep. And I'm only talking about auditory hallucinations. It's very hard to sleep when you have auditory hallucinations. It is so difficult. So that's the only problems I have, is when I'm trying to sleep. The reason you should get on medication is kind of to stop the illness in its tracks. Kind of just stop it from progressing to even worse and worse and worse, because it's just going to continue to get worse if you don't get any help. Now, I know people are scared to be on medication, and which is completely understandable. I mean, it kind of makes you zombified, makes you very tired. You have bad side effects. Some people gain weight, a lot of weight, from the medication. I'm lucky enough not to have gained any weight on medication. I actually lose weight more than anything. It's ridiculous how much I lose weight, even if I eat a lot. So it's kind of weird. So you just want to stop it. You just want to stop that illness. You don't want to stop it from progressing, or you don't want to be at rock bottom. You don't want to be in the mental hospital. You don't want to do all that. So it's very good to just go to a psychiatrist, go to a therapist, and then go to a psychiatrist and be like, yeah, this is what's going on with me. This is what I'm dealing with. I don't know what to do. Should I be on medication? Should I go to therapy or something like that? Now, me, for example, I don't really like therapy. I don't like talking to people. I don't really like. I just don't like talking to psychiatrists, therapists, psychiatric nurses, or anything like that. I just really don't like that. I like to just deal with things on my own. I've always been that type of person, just to deal with things on my own, which is good. The way I vent and the way I talk about things is I just go to YouTube, and that's kind of how it started. I just felt like venting. I just felt like talking about my life, talking about my experiences with this illness, my experience with life, my experiences with everything, and it has helped me so much. If I was not doing YouTube videos, I don't even know what I'd be doing right now. If I didn't have so much support from thousands of people, what would I be doing? What type of person would I be? You guys have helped me so much. You guys have helped my illness so much. Being able to talk about all these things to thousands and thousands of people is just so great. And I love you guys for it. I love everyone who watches me and supports me for it. So, yeah, on medication, you can determine what's real, what's not real, a lot easier than when you're off medication. Now, I've been on like 6 different antipsychotics. Not all of them worked. My first antipsychotic was Risperdal, and I was on 9 milligrams of Risperdal, which is like the highest dose or something like that. I don't remember. I think I was on 9 milligrams, and it was extremely high. And I remember I was in the hospital, and I took it the first night. I woke up the next day, and I could not even function. I couldn't function. I couldn't keep my eyes open. When I was walking, I had to hold on to things, and I had to just. That's why they call it zombified, just because you're walking like a zombie. Because that's how I was walking. So I kind of see where the zombification comes from. And thankfully now I'm on Seroquel, which has worked so well for me. It is amazing. It helps with my mood. It helps with hallucinations. I don't hallucinate as much as I would do if I was off medication. I'm still extremely delusional, but I can really easily determine what's real and what's not real. Even though I may delve into that delusion a little too far and believe that it's real, but I can determine what's real and what's not real a lot easier. And that is amazing. With hallucinations, visual hallucinations, for example, I never really hallucinate anything that I would be like, oh, is that real or is it not real? Because all my hallucinations are very scary and not very lifelike or human-like, So it's really easy to determine what's real and what's not real. With voices, for example, you don't know because you can't see them. You can't see them, so you don't know what it is. You can't tell that it's real, if it's real or not. I always talk to my parents like, do you guys hear that? What is that? Did you guys say something to me? Or something like that, and they'll be like, no, we didn't say anything. So it's like, medicine is very important. It is one of the most important things with mental illness, and getting help yourself, learning about the illness, learning about what is wrong with you, learning about who you are as a person is very, very important when it comes to mental illness. Trying to find the right help and trying not to be down or sad about life, or not trying to be worrying about life, because you never should worry about the inevitable. A lot of people talk to me, I'm afraid of getting schizophrenia because my family member has it. And I always say, don't fear the inevitable. It is a pointless thing. Just try to live your life happy and content with what you're doing in life, and do not worry about the inevitable, because you just can't worry about that. You can't be worrying about that. When I got first diagnosed with schizophrenia, I was never worried. I was like, okay, that's what's wrong with me now. I know what's wrong with me, and I'm going to learn about it, and I'm going to try to help myself in the best way possible. And medication has helped so much with that. But I do want to get off the medication in the future, because I don't want to be on it my entire life. I want to live off medication, because I'm a little what's the word? I'm a little limited. I feel as if I'm a little bit limited on medication. I can't do everything that a normal person could do. I'm not saying I would want to do what a normal person would do. Obviously, depends on what it is. So yeah, now we're gonna go off the off medication. Now, off medication is when it gets really bad for me. Every time I stop medication, I always end up in the hospital. I can't really determine what's real and what's not real. Delusion-wise, hallucination-wise, even visual hallucinations. I am extremely terrified when I'm off medication. I am so far gone when I'm off medication. It's really bad, and I'm always on edge. I'm always on high alert. I'm always paranoid. I always think everybody's trying to kill me, like to a severe limit to where I'll block my door to where no one can get in. And then I think, oh no, my house is going to burn down. So what am I going to do? Am I going to sleep outside? Because I've thought that. I've almost done it too, to where I sleep outside because I'm afraid I'm going to get murdered, and I'm afraid my house is going to burn down, and while I'm sleeping, and I'm going to die that way. And so yeah, but I don't know. That doesn't really make sense. I'm like, why would I go outside? So delusions are just all over the place, you know. And off medication, I have very strong voices telling me to harm people, harm myself, and it's almost like a compulsion. You know, it's almost like a compulsion to where, and it's kind of like a possession to where I don't have any control over my body or my mind. That's what it feels like, and that's what puts me in the hospital, is because I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I get to the point where I really need to go to the hospital or something bad might happen. And that's what happens when I'm off medication. Also, I have psychotic breaks a lot when I'm off medication, and I break things, and I've punched holes in my walls. I've kicked holes in the walls multiple times, and I'm always on edge. I'm always angry, and it's like I'm not even here. It's like I'm someone else when I'm off medication. I just like, I don't know. And when I have psychotic breaks, I always hit myself as hard as I can in the face, legs, arms, chest. I always hit myself when I'm having a psychotic break, and it's very bad. Because it's like I'm possessed. It's really, really weird. I just hit myself. I mean, with these knuckles too. These knuckles, they don't feel very good when you get hit, because my hands are huge and my knuckles are huge. So it's like not good. And I've been bruised. I bruised myself before, really badly because of it. Thankfully now I'm I'm on medication and everything's good. Everything's steady. I just need to keep going forward. And I got to keep moving, and I got to keep being happy. And I got to keep keeping myself busy, or I'm just going to get worse and worse. You always have to keep yourself busy. There's a quote. I don't know whose quote it was. The quote was, if you're bored, you're doing something wrong. Or if you're ever bored, you're doing something wrong. I don't know who quoted that. I think it might have been Richard Dawkins, but I think he quoted someone else. And I think that's a beautiful quote. If you're ever bored, you're doing something wrong. Because there's a billion things you can do in this universe, on this planet. There's so many things you could do. You should never be bored. And I try to never be bored. I'm always keeping myself busy. I'm always keeping myself occupied, my mind occupied, so I don't have to think about my illness. I don't have to think about what I'm dealing with, or what I've dealt with my entire life almost. So, yeah, medication is very important. Like, it's one of the most important things. Getting help from a psychiatrist also is really important. Just trying to stop the illness in its tracks, and trying to do the right things, and trying to have a drive for surviving and living and doing what makes you happy. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope everybody enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you enjoy my videos. I upload every week, maybe a couple times a week. So yeah, all my links for the social medias will be down in the description if you want to follow me on anything. Snapchat, I'm very active on Snapchat. I always respond to everybody on Snapchat. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what else? Instagram, all those. I'm always on there. So yeah, bye everybody. I love you.